A dominant human who obviously does what they want and gets what they want. But what happens when there's nothing to get and there's nothing for them to want? They get bored, angry, emotional, frustrated until there's violence and evil. Not understanding and unable to figure out what they need to do to have dominance, to achieve their goal. But when there's no stimulation, there's no woman, there's no man, there's no gender neutral birth rate involved. In a city, where there's occasionally a coyote, once in a while a shark and an orca whale in the water. Other than thinking and thought, brain and body involved, what's the choice of dominance have to do with in world? There's no secret or mystery about dominance. Eventually someone says they're dominant, and you fight, occasionally to death. All humans understand dominance, and so do animals. Or they die, suffer, or probably worse, unfortunately. But what's confusing has to do with why the problem can't get solved and hasn't been solved. For humans. In the military, you know who's dominant. President of the United States of America. And they say, shit goes downhill. Generals, colonels, lieutenants, captains, a surgeon and a chaplain. The easy explanation has to do with one person. But unfortunately, they have to have dominance, or they risk death in the wild. Unless there's a theoretical, philosophical argument for their safety in their mansion. But to be most dominant, you have to control nature. And to have power, you have to have dominance. And so a person gives up their dominance and they're done. Another person's dominant. But describes what they do as neutral. And then there's nobody who's dominant on the whole planet. Until a person says to a person, you're dominant, and the person stares with a cold, smug face, sticking their chin in the air, non-verbally. Confusion. But okay, they're dominant. So there's again dominance. They say they're not dominance. There's not dominance. Until someone accidentally stares too long. There's a fight. More dominance. A person dies. A person goes to prison. There's no more dominance. But the person in prison has a guard who's dominant. They put the person to death. There's no more guard. There's no more dominance. People are angry. There's more death and dying, and there's more imprisonment. More guards, more dominance. But eventually, a human goes to bed. And sleeps in a world of no dominance. However, the person wakes up the next day. And they're still dominant humans. So what then makes a dominant human? Other than the obvious, involving violence. They have money, they have power, they have friends, family, wife, children, girlfriend, kids, guns, cars, a house, an apartment, a job, a career, safety, and security in outer space.